Mga abay, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Alam nyo, very honored kami dito dahil sa meron tayong ma-interview na, well, very prominent person. And he's with us right now. Sino pa nga ba kundi mga bay si Mr. Michael Hosking. How are you?
I'm good, Abhay. It's very nice to meet you and be here. I'm sorry that I don't speak fluent Tagalog, so my element of this interview is going to be in English.
Okay,
Forgive me for
it's
that.
okay, it's okay. But I understand that you can speak a little or some
Konti
Tagalog.
lang.
Konti
Konti
lang,
lang.
like konti lang. You know what? He's a very a very busy person. So I would like to ask Mr. Hosking here, Abay Michael, how do you cope with stress?
I never think of anything that I do as being stressful, maybe with the exception of watching my kids play sport. But from a daily point of view, the work that I do, I catch 100 aeroplanes a year, I check in and out of hotels, I sit in traffic, I deal with immigration and customs inspectors on a daily basis. I never consider it stressful, I just consider it par for the course, as they say in golf. So people do ask me, how do you manage that stress? And I said, well, it's not stress, it's just what I do every day. I'm in the music business primarily, and a lot of people think that's very stressful, but I enjoy it, I love the industry. So I embrace the challenges which other people find stressful. I think people associate stress with negativity. For me, I associate it with positivity.
Oh, good.
Rise to the challenge.
But still, you bond with your family.
I still bond with my family. Yeah, I have a 15-year-old son who's 6'4", bigger than me. His lifelong ambition was to be taller than his father, and he achieved that when he was 14. He's a very keen soccer player, and he swims. I have a daughter who's 13, who is a singer, and she plays the piano. And our baby, Isabella, is 11, and she's an athlete and a very effervescent person, and has plans to become an actress.
If I may ask, Abay Michael, what's your greatest pleasure in life?
Well, people ask, I have many pleasures, and of course, my children bring me happiness and also stress sometimes. If ever there's stress in my life, it's caused by my children. But seeing things succeed, particularly when I've been instrumental, but even when I haven't been instrumental. I was asked recently with the proudest moments of my life, and I've done many things in the rock and roll business. I left school at 16, I left home at 17. I started my own business at 18.
Oh, wow.
I started with a t-shirt printing company. I moved into rock and roll promotion, concert promotion in Bahrain, expanded throughout the Middle East, then came over to Hong Kong in 91. And opened offices throughout Asia through the 90s, and I've lived in Hong Kong and the Philippines and Singapore. Now I live in Phuket. And we've worked with Manchester United football team. We've done tours with the Harlem Globetrotters. In 96, I brought Michael Jackson to the Philippines. I've worked with Sting, and Bon Jovi, and Ricky Martin. And recently the script, and I have the script coming over here again next April, and Christina Perri.
Wow.
In Thailand, I've also built villas. I've built 75 villas, and I'm also in the process of opening up a medical clinic, a stem cell and magnesium oil for instant pain and recovery. But when I think of proud moments, I never think of those. I don't think of any of them because they were really all commercial decisions. So I'd say my 4 proudest moments were when my son was born, number 1, when my first daughter was born, and when my youngest daughter was born.
When is your quiet moment?
Normally about 36,000 feet when I'm flying from Asia to Europe. I have my quiet moments, but they're very few and far between. But that is a time, and when I say quiet for me is sitting on an aeroplane with headphones on. you can now get internet connections on aeroplanes, but I choose at the moment not to do that because then I would never have any downtime. And I'm just, watching something on a screen that's not too challenging. I'll watch a cartoon, I'll watch a rerun of Modern Family where I don't need to concentrate, and that's when I'm alone with my thoughts. But otherwise, during waking hours, I'm bombarded.
Last two questions.
Sure. Or ask as many as you like.
How would you describe yourself?
That's a very good question. I never really think about myself that much. I know people that meet me for the first time think, well, you seem like quite an arrogant person. You seem full of yourself. And I say, well, I'm sorry if my confidence is confused for arrogance, but I like to see myself as someone who identifies a need and then fulfills that role and does it to the best of my ability in the best possible way, which brings benefit to the community. Of course, on a commercial basis, I benefit myself, but I like to see other the fruits of my labor enjoyed by many, many more people. And the concert business is a case in question. I put Michael Jackson on the stage, 140,000 Filipinos love that. And I get a sense of fulfillment out of that. And building the church and opening up a clinic and so on and so forth. So I would say that I would describe myself as somebody who sees a need in a community that needs to be filled, and then I set about doing it, and I don't stop trying.
And if you're not a concert promoter, what would you be?
Well, I don't know the answer to that question. I left school with no qualifications, but here's what I will say. I say to people when I make presentations, and I talk especially to children at school, I say to them, if I was so rich, so wealthy that I never had to work ever again for money, I would do my job for free because I love it. So
well, inspiring.
I got into concert promoting by default. I started printing T-shirts in Bahrain in 1978, and my clients included concert organizers, and then I became a concert organizer, and then I opened up a newspaper and donut shops, and then I moved to Asia and expanded my business. But I love what I do. And the other point I make to the children is when you're 15, 55 seems an eternity away, but I'm living proof that you go from 15 to 55 in a blink of an eye. So you must love every minute of every day, and if you find yourself in a position socially or at work where you're doing something you don't like, every day that you spend doing something you don't like, you can never get back. You're dead for an awful long time. So I always say to people, find a profession that you love doing, find a partner who you love and you want to be with. Don't chase money. Money is just a paper instrument in order for people to trade. If you become a slave to money, your life will be miserable. I don't know someone who's pursued money and has been happy. I know a lot of people who've pursued their dreams who are very happy. Some of those people, myself included, have ended up with a very nice lifestyle. But I'm not in the business of just making money. I'm in the business of fulfillment and living my dreams. So I say to everybody, live your dreams, and your life will be a much better place.
Narinig niyo yung sinabi ni Abay Michael. Hindi ba nakaka-inspire yon? No, that money is not everything. It's just a thing.
It's just an instrument to trade. It's nothing else but. It was introduced 2,500 years ago, so people with donkeys could trade with people that had bread, and people that had oil, and people that had houses. And it was very difficult to say, well, I'm going to cut off my donkey's left leg so you can give me some oil, because then the donkey is of no value. So somebody introduced money, and it's become a slave to many, many people, but you will not find happy people who've made a life out of pursuing money. But you'll find many happy people who've lived their dreams, and many of them have ended up with money, which is a bonus, but it's never a necessity.
Very true. Mga bay, yan ang kabuuan ng ating interview with Abay Michael here. Thank you. I enjoyed interviewing you.
Walang anuman po.
Yes. And by the way, we would like to thank the management of this hotel.
Yeah. We're staying here in the City Garden Grand Hotel, which is a new hotel, very conveniently located to the Centurion Medical Center, which is where we have our new Mark stem cell clinic.
Ayan. Thank you so much sa kanila. And thank you, sir, again.
The pleasure is all mine.
Thank you, Abay.
Thank you, Abay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the pambihira. Mr. Michael Hosking.
Babalik po ang taong bahay.
Thank you.